as well with Uncle Bert as they head towards the first. Javert Allen's big white face. Jaguar being ridden a little bit more forward this afternoon in the green and gold hoops, settles in 4th place with Booster Bob risking the ground, racing in 5th and 6th. Triple Trade settled towards the back of the pack in company with Boom Bourne, and Hurricane Bay virtually eclipsed towards the outside as they've stepped over fence number 2. Javert Allen it is who has the early lead, and that advantage is around about half a length or so in the early strides as they make their way across the intersection on towards the 3rd. Uncle Bert, Donnacha and Prairie Wolf are next, just ahead of Booster Bob. Jaguar settles in 6th, ahead of Boomborn Triple Trade, Moon d'Orange, risk in the ground, and the back marker is Hurricane Bay. So now they begin this long swinging turn. They'll bring them on the run towards the first of the fences up the home straight. Javert Allen has the advantage and leads by round about half a length or so. Racing in 2nd is Uncle Bert. 3rd place is Prairie Wolf in the cheek pieces, who races on the outside of Donnacha. Then behind these in 5th place is Booster Bob, just ahead of Jaguar. Boomborn comes next with on the outside Triple Trade, Moon d'Orange, and the last 2 risk in the ground, and last of all is Hurricane Bay. So just about to reach fence number 4, another plain one, and they all take it well, although Hurricane Bay is just in danger of losing touch slightly under Bryony Frost, half a dozen lengths off the back end, as Javert Allen sets an honest gallop here on the approach towards the next and has got into a good rhythm. They're all over that. Moon d'Orange didn't get overly high. So now they're back onto the round course and galloping up the home straight. There'll only be 2 fences in the straight on the next circuit, and these are the next 2 that they take. So out in the lead, Javert Allen by 3 lengths now from Uncle Bert. Racing in 3rd is Prairie Wolf. 4th on the inside is Donnacha, ahead of Jaguar in 5th. Pops over ahead of Booster Bob, who races in 6th place. Then Triple Trade, risking the ground, Moon d'Orange and Boomborn, and the one that's still struggling is Hurricane Bay. Javert Allen getting to a nice rhythm, jumping particularly well. Still has the advantage from Uncle Bert, then Donnacha. On the outside in 4th is Prairie Wolf. Racing in 5th is Jaguar as they turn away, then Booster Bob as they make the turn with Triple Trade. Javert Allen make a set of decent gallop, but jumping well, getting into a good rhythm.
Yeah, he certainly seems to be. The case will be, will he last home though? That'll be the million-dollar question. Jaguar at this stage, I think he'd be happy enough, Ruby.
No, he's in a better position than he was here in December. It's a truer run race, better gallop. He's in the ideal position, in my mind, right here, right now.
Yeah, certainly he's ridden more forward than he has been in some of his races here, and it might be a good thing with Javert Allen getting into a good rhythm, pricking the ears and jumping boldly. They've all popped over that. That's the fence before the water jump. So the end of a sequence of plain fences with water jump and open ditch. Javert Allen towards 9 from the finish. 4 lengths clear from Uncle Bert, Prairie Wolf and Donnacha. Jaguar with Booster Bob, two-tone blue as they step foot over the water jump. Triple Trade comes next with Moon d'Orange and Boomborn, risking the ground, and despite being the back marker, Hurricane Bay has closed up marginally, but is still the one that has struggled from the earlier stage. Javert Allen, by contrast, full of verve over the next. That's 8 from the finish and has established a half a dozen length lead. Donnacha, Uncle Bert and Prairie Wolf with Jaguar racing on the inside of Booster Bob as they take another plain one, and over in the lead it is still Javert Allen, although not quite so far clear as he was. So Javert Allen at the far end of the racecourse, leading by about 2 to 3 lengths. Donnacha in 2nd, Uncle Bert is 3rd. Then Prairie Wolf has been joined by Jaguar as they take the last ditch, 6 from the finish. Jaguar over ahead of the weakening Prairie Wolf. Triple Trade has improved, Booster Bob on the outside as well, as Javert Allen continues to climb the hill towards 5 from the finish. Javert Allen leading by 3. Donnacha, Uncle Bert, Prairie Wolf trying to rally on the outside of Jaguar, who picks up ahead of Booster Bob. Triple Trade was through the top of that. Then Moon d'Orange risking the ground being ridden, and Hurricane Bay's progress was short-lived and is once again being ridden along. So 4 fences to take, and we swing towards the fence at the top of the hill. Javert Allen leading, Uncle Bert, Donnacha, Jaguar in 4th place, and then Prairie Wolf as they set foot over that. Triple Trade comes next, Moon d'Orange. Boomborn getting a little bit closer on the inside. Risking the ground is struggling as a couple of them just begin to drop off the back on the run down towards the 3rd last. Javert Allen from Donnacha, Uncle Bert, Jaguar waiting in the wings, still travels strongly at this stage. Prairie Wolf, Booster Bob, then Triple Trade as they reach the next fence. They're over it, Jaguar tending to sky it, but that is his manner. At the back of the field, Hurricane pulled up. So Javert Allen on the approach down towards the 2nd last, swinging the turn for home. Has the lead, Donnacha is poised, Jaguar still waiting there in 3rd place. Then behind these, Uncle Bert. Booster Bob tries to close as one by one they begin to struggle. Boomborn's come off off the bridle. Prairie Wolf has lost the position. Javert Len with Donnacha, and stalking them now is Jaguar on the outside, then Booster Bob. 2 from the finish. Donnacha moves to Javert Len. Jaguar is now asked to pick up, then Triple Trade. They head down towards the last. Donnacha with Jaguar positioning himself to challenge at the final fence, then Triple Trade. Donnacha joined by Jaguar as they set off up the run-in, then Javert Len. Jaguar being asked. Donnacha battling back on the inside. Jaguar having to put out all the stops. Donnacha, they go for the line together. Jaguar and Donnacha forces the head up close home. Finds plenty to deny Jaguar. Triple Trade and Javert Len, Booster Bob, Moon d'Orange, Uncle Bert, Boom Born behind those. May officially be a photo. My reaction was that Donnacha was holding on, and has done so narrowly, but a really gutsy effort by Donnacha. A spring of places to his name, not as progressive, it would appear, as Jaguar, for whom 99.9% of that race went perfectly. Unfortunately, it's the .1 that matters.
Well, number 7, Donnacha, in the colours of Marilyn Jane Martin. James Davis, the Nigel Hawk, has beaten, for many people, the good thing of the day in Jaguar. 12-1, the winner, who came there swinging, Ruby.
He did, and he's no excuse. I know he wasn't brilliant at the last fence, but he has over a furlong from there to the line to get by Donnacha, and he couldn't get by him. John Joe threw the kitchen sink at him. I don't think there's any real excuse. I mean, if you could place this race in your mind before you started, you said, I'm going to put you upsides going to the last on the bridle. If you don't win, there's no excuse. Donnacha's out battling him. He was really, really tough on the James Davis. Great winner for him. Of course, his dad won the Grand National and Last Suspect in 84. You can remember that. I was only 5. You remember better than I do. You were 15. But Donnacha, he was really, really tough for James Davis. And Jaguar there, there's no excuse for him, Nick, is there?
No, he had plenty of time to go by. I'll tell you what is interesting, though. This Donnacha, they used to blast off in front on him, and he then would always get past late on. Today, they hung on to him a little bit.
That's a better way of looking at it. So like, they've changed the tactics with the outsider. So we're all looking at Jaguar thinking, why did he get beat? But actually, the best way of looking at it is exactly what you said. They've changed tack with Donnacha, and that's the answer.
They had a trainer who won the Grand National on?
My first one, Seagram.
It's correct.
89. Or 90.
91, was it? 91, I think.
I think I'd remember, wouldn't you?
Anyway, back to the Betfair Exchange handicap chase. Here, far side, John Joe O'Neill, his one ride of the day, but it's James Davis on the near side, denying Jaguar on the line. You see it head on, mate.
Yeah, look, and again, it just shows you Jaguar, he just got in a little bit close, but even still you're expecting him to go by. Like, this horse he's in receipt of a 1.3 from Jaguar. We must not forget that. But at the same time, I think James Davis, he's having a great run. Nick Gifford, who he rides for a lot, is having a fantastic season. So James is riding with a lot of confidence.
He is, and riding plenty of winners. And again, it's a bit like Sean O'Keefe up at Doncaster. It's about getting the opportunity, and we'll hear what he has to say to Leona.
Yeah, absolutely love that. James was like, that was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah. You know, when you're an each-way price, you think you've got an each-way chance, and, you know, he's bettered that today. I think probably the lighter weight probably helped us today on that dead ground, but, you know, he's toughed it out to the line. I managed to save a little bit up the home straight, and when I needed it, he gave it to me. So, yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah, amazing stuff, James. And you said about the dead ground, he perhaps wouldn't be the biggest. He's not as big as some of the horses in the paddock there, but he looks so game in the closing stages.
Yeah, exactly. He's not overly big, but he's tough. He relishes sort of soft ground. He's one on heavy, so, you know, when we had the rain through the week, I was rubbing my hands together. So I could have done with even more rain today, but look, he's got the job done. So yeah, delighted with this.
Yeah, and obviously for a small team as well. I know you said it's your first winning lead up here. How excited, and what a sweet horse. He's epic, bless him.
All credit to Maz that rides him out at home every day.
Well done to Maz, well done to you, well done to you, and well done to Connections.